Hi, we are starting this 63rd episode of the Antiphonary walkthrough on the verso of folio 30, which is the folio we have talked about in the previous movie. And we have seen that there was a so-called quire mark here, Roman numeral 4, and a catchword, the tavit, to complete the word potavit. This to indicate that this is the end of a quire, of a bundle of folios, and on the next page the tavit should return, if we are not mistaken. And indeed, here it is, the tavit illum. You have arrived at folio 31. A quite easy and straightforward page. It's the end, the very end of the Matins for St. John, which have been going on for several pages now. On this page, several responsories. We have the end of this responsory that we were talking about, with the verse custodivit eum. And then on the remainder of the page and the remainder of Matins, we have three responsories. The one with the beautiful D is the diligebat autem eum, with a verse in cruce denique moriturus hunc matrem suam virginem virgini, and this has been added, and it's quite difficult to know why this would have happened. It's probably because of, my guess is that it's because of the virgini. It's an easy mistake to make, virginem and virgini, to be forgotten. Anyway, this verse returns in several manuscripts in exactly this text, except for maybe, for instance, the matrem and the huic interchanged. If we take a look, this is a nice opportunity to have a look at one of the so-called Codices Claustroneoburgensis, which in this case is a 12th-century antiphonor from Klosterneuburg. And we have the same responsory. So we are in the responsory diligebat. The same diligebat occurs here. It's a very interesting manuscript that has 4 clefs, which is rather exceptional. And of course here the verse, the in cruce denique moriturus matrem huic, starts. As I said, here it is matrem huic. In the version from Ghent we have huic matrem, but it continues as it should be, suam dominus virginem virgini commendavit. And then the repetendum quia, which is exactly the same situation in a manuscript which is probably some 300 years older. Interesting comparison. In curu. So we have the in curu, the typical verse melody of the 8th mode in which this verse is written, and it has exactly the same notes, and then 2 notes, tidom, 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 tidom. So again, melodies of verses seem to have been very, very stable throughout the centuries. Then the second responsory, ecce puer meus, with again a very nice initial, with its verse ponam super eum, and then the in medio, preceded by the rubric ad processionem post matutinas, so a responsory that is to be used or can be used after Matins when procession is held. The bottom of the page indicates what we will see in the next movie. It's the antiphons for laudes, ad laudes antiphony. Thanks for listening. Keep watching.